So let me get this straight. You don't trust your 18-year-old to do their own laundry, but yet you're going to trust them with a six-figure inheritance with no strings attached? Come on, don't make that mistake. Hi, my name is Bill Kilpatrick, and I'm an estate planning attorney here in Florida. And today I am going to walk you through the 10 common mistakes that I sadly see people make far too often in hopes that you won't make one of these mistakes. I'm counting them down from 10 to 1, from downright messy to catastrophic. Although I'm here in Florida, I suspect these work in all 50 states. So let's get into it. Number 10, I've already teased you with it, and it's leaving an inheritance to somebody who is either too young or too immature to handle it. We would not trust the keys to the Ferrari to a toddler, and so you shouldn't trust $1 million or some large amount to some 18-year-old. Look, trust exists for a reason, and they are primarily to protect people from themselves sometimes. So use them in your estate plan, protect those beneficiaries. Number 9, not planning for income tax or estate tax consequences. I don't know about you, but I don't like to leave any more to Uncle Sam than I have to, because I'm pretty sure they don't do a great job managing my money once it gets to Washington or wherever it goes to. So make sure that you have incorporated some estate and income tax planning in your estate plan. Number 8, not planning for your burial or administrative or taxes or things like that that have to be paid once you die. If I die, that funeral home wants their money really quickly. They don't wait until some long probate. So you've got to have a plan to have some funds available really quickly so that your beneficiaries don't get stuck paying your burial or administrative expenses. So plan for that. Number 7, naming the wrong, I call them a helper or fiduciary. Look, your cousin may be the best karaoke person on the planet, but that does not mean that they should be named as the fiduciary or executor on your will. Pick the people who are best, who are good with money, detail-oriented, will get stuff done. Don't pick just your oldest child just because they're your oldest child. Pick the right people, and you'll stand a better chance of your estate plan actually getting done. Number 6, not communicating with the people that you've chosen to help you in your estate plan. Don't let it be a surprise that you have named your cousin as the executor of your estate or your power of attorney agent or something like that. Talk to them ahead of time. Make sure they're okay with doing this, and that way they can ask questions and you can interact a little bit while you're still here and help them understand kind of what you're thinking. Number 5, naming the incorrect or outdated beneficiaries on your life insurance and IRA. People don't understand that your will oftentimes doesn't control all assets. For example, if you have beneficiary designations on your life insurance or your retirement accounts, that's where it's going to go, not where your will says. So if you still have 2 spouses ago listed as the beneficiary of your IRA, or you still have your late mom or late dad named as the beneficiary on your life insurance policy, it's time to get those updated. Don't let it go to the wrong people. Number 4, very similar to number 5, but it's just not updating your plan. Have you gone through a divorce, a marriage, had some life-changing things, bought a house, any of these things, you should revisit your estate plan. My general rule is at least every 3 years you ought to be looking at it, making sure that everything's in order. But if you've had a big life-changing event, get that plan updated now. Number 3 is not aligning your assets with your trust. I see people far too often, they create this great trust that does everything they want it to do, and then they don't bother putting any assets in it. I call a trust like a bucket, and I just say you got an empty bucket. Unless you have put stuff into it or made it the beneficiary of certain things, it's not going to help, and you still may likely find yourself in probate. So making sure your assets are aligned properly is critical in an estate plan using a trust. Number 2 mistake is not planning for incapacity. We all know we're going to die one day, but most of us hope we're not going to become incapacitated. But that hope is a hope. So Don't leave it up to chance that maybe I will, maybe I won't. Get a plan, name the right people to deal with your financial affairs and your medical decisions if you can't make those decisions for yourself. And the number one biggest mistake I see, by far number one, is just not doing a plan at all. Look, people, it's all going to happen to us one day. And if you don't plan, the state already has a plan for you. So don't let it be the state's plan. Make your own plan and get it done. So estate planning is not just about the documents. It's making sure that you're protecting the ones that you love and making it as easy as possible for them, and also saving as much money as you can for them and the least amount to Uncle Sam. So you've got to get a plan in place. You've got to keep it updated, and you got to make sure that it's going to do what you want it to do. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and maybe even share it with somebody if they haven't updated their plans since they had dial-up internet. And hey, if you're here in the Panhandle of Florida, look us up at thewilllawyer.com. We would love to help set up an appointment and make sure you get your plan in order and don't make any of these top 10 mistakes.